Listen, I don't know about you, but I started a business so I could do this. Travel, be with friends, be with family, create memories. I didn't do it to sit at the computer all day. I didn't do it so that I could just be in countless emails and Zoom meetings. I did it to create opportunities for myself and opportunities for others. So listen, if that's something that interests you, enjoying time with your friends, being out and about, definitely drop by Erica Williams' Classy Climb blog. Check out the YouTube channel. We've got over 2,000 videos of free information that's actually changed people's lives. People actually post their new jobs, their new careers, their new businesses all the time over at the channel. What's up, everybody? This is a lunch. We're not going to be here that long. This is a review of this clip. I think it's vitally important to go over this. This is a huge problem, not just in our community, but I think in anybody, any millennial and younger. There's kind of this aversion to rules and putting on clothes and I'm gonna do what I want to do. And the problem is your grandparents could do what they wanted to do. Your great grandparents could do what they wanted to do. And the reason they could do what they wanted to do is because they had actual skills. See, this is the part nobody talks about. Your grandpa owned his house. My grandmother, who was married multiple times because her husband died. I mean, that sounds terrible, but it was what it was. Her youngest husband, that was actually 6 years younger than her last husband, he literally built, I mean, it sounds terrible. He was at a construction site, military veteran, a piece of equipment fell on his foot and broke off 2 of his toes. Even back then, 1960s, 70s, they gave that man some money. He immediately told my grandma, listen, I'm sorry. Your family lost all this farmland, but I got a little extra bit of farmland over here. I just purchased it with this money they dropped on my foot, and I'm gonna build you a house for you and your, again, I have multiple aunts and uncles, your kids. So that's why when people tell me these stories, these men ain't marrying these women with these kids and stuff, I'm like, shit, my grandma got married multiple times. But it had a great long life and had a lot of investments. But he could talk big shit, and he was a big shit talker because he bought land. He built his own house from scratch. He had skills. Even when he lost his foot, he went back to construction. He helped build roadways and owned property and owned animals and bought trucks and just had to start using his head because even though he was a 6'5" man, he was now disabled. Do you know what I'm saying? In a sense. When you lose your big toe and your 2 toes beside you are disabled, even in those days. And so what I try to tell people all the time is your grandparents and great grandparents could talk big shit because that's who they were. They could be about it. They could do the math. They didn't even finish school back then, but they could do the math. They could figure things out. See, these people out here want to be paid top dollar, but have bad attitudes and won't put on clothes to go to work. It's crazy. So listen, this is the product. You can see that on your own. Let me go to this clip. I mean, and if you haven't seen the clip, no worries. What's up, Ray Gunn? Thank you for supporting the channel. I really appreciate it. Man of Tomorrow, you're the first person I thought of when I wanted to do this video. I said, where's Man of Tomorrow? He's the prime example of this, where this is embarrassing. This is absolutely embarrassing. Let me go and play this. Let me go play this right now. I ain't gonna hold y'all. But this is a part of the problem with our culture. We have people who simple request, they can't take it. So
that's me, right? In a way that's attempting to make someone else feel comfortable. And we don't even
stop. Let me go here. Okay.
You're supposed to be on my side. She was having a work get together, predominantly white. As we're getting dressed, she goes, would you mind wearing a long sleeve shirt so that way your tattoos are not showing when we go to this?
I know that pissed you off.
And she was worried about how I would look to them so that she wouldn't be embarrassed by me. So I was like, I'm wearing whatever the hell I want to wear to this event.
Yeah.
I'm not going to let their perception of me govern how I'm going to walk out the house.
Right.
Big facts. She may care about those people. I don't know them from nowhere. I don't care about them at all. What I'm going to present when I come into this room is myself. I'm not coming in thinking or feeling like I need to be something different in order to operate in this room.
Okay.
And that is the argument that I'm trying to make. A lot of people are changing who they are, their behaviors, and their complete lifestyle to be and operate in a room.
Right.
You thought that wearing a sleeve shirt was a change of your whole lifestyle. No, you are still there. Your presence is there under those sleeves. And for a moment, you're making a modification. You're not changing your whole lifestyle to be in that room. You're just making a modification.
But the modification that's being made is not as it impacts me in a way that's attempting to make someone else feel comfortable. And we don't even know if they uncomfortable. You're trying to anticipate someone else's comfort and want me to fall into alignment with what you want to do. That is totally different.
Okay, yeah. Okay, you're not here for the people that are in the room, right?
No matter what room I come in, I'm not coming in this room with the thought of I'm trying to make you feel comfortable.
Do you come in the room to make your wife feel comfortable though? Does that matter to you?
What?
You're coming in the room not for these people, but you are coming in the room for this woman who is on your side.
But is she on his side if she asks him to switch up?
To switch up to meet the needs of that group. You're supposed to be on my side. You, my wife. If there's an event and those people probably wouldn't like how I present and they would be uncomfortable at how I look, then you shouldn't want to go over there with them. You're supposed to be on my side.
Do y'all understand how ridiculous that was? Please tell me I'm not alone in comments. I will say this. My heart grew 2 sizes when I read all the comments of Black men like, nah, man, this ain't it. This ain't it. This is not it, sir. This is not the hill to die on. Your wife works over there, man. Knock it off. And we live in a culture, all these people with all these tattoos. And instead of you going in a room where people are not even, I've told y'all, I'm very clear. Man, tomorrow knows. I've said, if I see, sometimes I'm going down the street, I see Black men tatted up, looking a certain way, I'm immediately making a beeline. I'm getting up out their way. Erica, you're judging them. And I promise you, I am. Now, I was watching this thing this guy was talking about, but yeah, there's a thing called Ezekiel 26, 27 through 27. This is not to quote the Bible on them. Let the Lord replace your stony, stubborn heart and replace it with a tender heart. All I'm saying is this wasn't even for those people. This was for your wife. And the reason this went so viral, and they're literally in the comments fighting for their life, trying to defend their friend, because he has another clip where he a little bit redeems himself, but he's selfish. He even tells his kids, after 9 o'clock, don't talk to me. I bet you money them kids after 9 o'clock go talk to their mama. Mom, we need this. Mom, he didn't say don't talk to me and they should be in bed. He's talking about if there's an emergency, talk to me. That's why I keep telling y'all, there's adults out here trying to convince you that they're parents and they're doing all this stuff, and they knock it off. We see y'all with 2 eyes, not 1 eye. And I see what you're saying, Pastor. Well, she chose him. Listen, let's be very clear. I get what people are saying, and I'm gonna show a couple to show you the difference. When you're choosing a partner, let's say you're 25. In 5 years, he's still acting 25. This is why when I hear the older men, younger woman argument, nah, that dude's just trying to manipulate the situation. Because 9 times out of 10, he ain't so successful that he needs somebody 10 years younger. He's not. He working at Amazon. Knock that shit off. But this is a clear example of this is sabotage. Because if I was her, I'd tell him just stay home. But the first thing he'll do when she get back is argue. I already know. I already know these type of people. I've seen these type of people. This is a sabotager. And she can only go as high as the partner. And this is the part. This in the comments, people are like, if you really love your wife, we'll pay enough so she can quit her job, man. It's just not that serious. It's not that serious to put a t-shirt on. Now, let me show you. I'm gonna show you a contracting couple, and this is where I tell y'all the young people aren't on this goofy stuff. And man, I'm gonna show you if
I felt.
This might be the other part of it.
I felt in this moment that I let my wife down. So we at the breakfast spot.
Sorry, hold on.
Most parents have things that they think about their kids that they know wouldn't be popular, but they're afraid to say it because of how they look. Right. And I just say it, and then they be so surprised that I'm willing to say it out loud, even though it's what they were thinking. Right. Like kids get on your damn nerves. Everybody know that. Kids get on your nerves.
We know this.
It's hard to be a parent. You know, it is what it is. You take the good with the bad when you have kids, whatever. Yeah. And sometimes kids get on your damn nerves. So I set boundaries with my kids. After 9 o'clock, don't talk to me. You're not allowed to talk to me. You cannot talk to me after 9 o'clock.
If you're hungry, work it out.
If you're sick or an emergency, that's fine. I got to clock in as a parent. If it's anything extracurricular, keep it to yourself till tomorrow.
Very simple.
I got to create boundaries with them.
You do.
I'm up at 5:30. Monday through Friday, I'm up at 5:30. I get the kids ready for the day. I take them to school. I do all the stuff with them. Then I spend all my day working, being in meetings. Then they come home. I got to do homework, practice, conversation. How was your day? This and that, whatever. If I don't turn everybody else off at a certain point in the day, I ain't gonna have no time for myself, my own thoughts, whatever.
The way Mel described that, he sound like a bad.
So they're making fun of him and saying, "Oh man, you don't let your kids talk to you after 9 o'clock," because that's the thing. These people think parenting is like, I clocked in, I got them ready for today. Why I got to keep talking to them? That's why when people try to sit here and tell me, kidding and parenting is different. Nah. For the wife, it always is different. For the mother of the kids, it always is different. It's nonstop. It's nonstop. So this man, that's their friend. But in the comments, I mean, they lighten him. I mean, black men. I'm like, thank you, black men. Like that. The black men are like, brother, they ain't that serious. Like, brother, this ain't the hill to die on. Like they roasted him, and I'm like, thank you, black men, because you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's black men with dreadlocks. It's black men with tattoos. Like, hey, brother, like, you sound goofy. Like, I just love the black men in the comments who got their photo up. You can see their real life picture. And the people say, why don't married people comment on stuff? Why don't married people say stuff? Because this is the spirit they're dealing with. This disrespectful, disobedient, I'll do what I want to do when I want to do it. You know what I'm saying? This is a very predominant spirit out here in this culture. And when you talk to young people sometimes, I think yesterday I showed y'all Iman Ghazi, right? And you're probably like, who is this guy, Erica? We don't know this white boy, and that's fine. But the reason I kept bringing him up and tried to show y'all the clip of him investing in all these companies, this is what I left up on the screen from yesterday or whatever. And how did he have $20 million to even invest in these other 4 companies? It's because if you look up Iman Ghazi, his whole platform is dressing like old money. That's the running joke, is like he had, slacks and a shirt. And we, if y'all need a video old money, like, let me know if y'all don't know what I'm talking about. But there is a particular way people dress. Like I even thought about putting on a button up before I did this video. Let me see if I have it here. Let me just see. And that's how far we are in a culture that a guy can put on a button up and a pair of slacks, and because it's just so foreign, it's like, oh my God. I mean, it's like very banana clothing, very generic clothing. But these young people are immediately, you got their attention because you actually put on some damn clothes. That's it. It's like you put on clothes. And so that's how far we are now. That's how down we are right now. We down bad. We down bad right now. And let me show you this. This is a couple. Now I showed y'all those 2 girls that was talking about what do you know about Kelly? That was funny to me. I'm not gonna show that today. But this is a couple out of New York. They were from North Carolina, moved to New York City. They're a lawyer, and her husband, again, now I'm not telling y'all how to dress, what to dress. This is how her husband dressed, in a casual, just a polo and slacks and some white shoes. Okay. And these young people are out here getting married. They not following for that goonball shit y'all talking about. They're not. I know y'all think the internet is, these young men they ain't fucking with y'all no more. Yeah. It's like, no. Turkey Leg had problems with the dress code, right? Like I went to Kev on Stage event, and half the room, the older people in their 50s and 60s, were dressed up like it's a night out to go. And I was like, yes. The younger people in there in slides and dreadlocks and shuffling in the room. And I'm like, oh, I dressed up with my partner. We're dressed up. And I'm looking around like, what is y'all? Why have y'all look like y'all rolled out of bed? We're at first of all, Kev on Stage event was in a church. And this is so a marketing genius play, is he has the events in all these historically black churches that are huge. So it breaks them off some money. You know what I'm saying? And then, and it just saves all money too as well. But it's a marketing play. But if you look here, I'm sorry, I meant to show you his clothes. I'll stop there. Let me go here. So just simple. It's very simple. This isn't overcomplicated. When black men are like, well, y'all want us to change our whole identity. And I'm like, what are you talking about, brother? It's just a bumping up. It's a bump. It's literally a button up and a pair of shorts. AM1 could pull off a t-shirt and professional slacks. I was going to show the Miami video AM1. I just had that out the other day. I was going to show them the Miami video. I'm like, AM1 came with professional gear, photography cameras, and could go anywhere. And AM1 should carry a scarf all the time. Shit was cracking me up. But like I keep telling y'all, like it's not about people know what dressing appropriate looks like. Like we know the difference of this guy and the guy in the video with the backwards hat trying to wear Nike stuff, right? And I know people who like, Erica, you want black men to dress like old people? You want black men to dress old? No, we're not saying that, but we're saying there's a time and place for everything. Again, these are young people. So let me go show you her TikTok thing. Because they do like night out with each other or whatever, date nights in New York City. And she's a lawyer. And I forgot what he does exactly, but he's in finance. But essentially, they came out of Wake Forest University in North Carolina. So you can't say, well, they live in New York. That's different because they're New York. And I'm like, no. They're literally just young professionals. I don't know if y'all can see the screen. Can y'all see the screen? Yeah, y'all can see the screen. And so I just want to understand when I'm talking to people, and this is some of the pushback. When we talk about tech, when AM1 talks about getting skills and resources and stuff, what they really tell you, I remember Kevin Samuels, the reason I put in the title, Kevin Samuels was right. There was a grown man in his 40s talking about, I don't want to wear a suit to get respect. I want to wear a hoodie and pants. You know, Mark Zuckerberg wears hoodies and pants. And Kevin was like, but he owns Facebook. You don't own Facebook. Like, what are you talking about? Like, it's not even a conversation. Like, people really want you to kind of die on this hill of I will wear whatever clothes I want whenever I want. And that was never a sign of freedom, y'all. Unemployed people can wear what they want. Homeless people can wear what they want. Right? Like, what are you talking about? When I see, and again, somebody brought up in the comments about women in bonnets. Like when I see women in pajamas, I'm like, you got your bed clothes in the outside world with the outside germs and the dirtiness, and you're gonna go back in your home with these pants. Like it's just for yourself. Like I get up in the morning, even this morning when I got up at 6 a.m., I had different, this is my workout clothes, but I had on different set of clothes because I put my mind in the mindset of we're gonna get up and we're gonna work on the computer, and we're gonna finish this project, and we're gonna do our interviews and keep it moving. Right. And I just think sometimes people are stuck in a year, whatever era that is, that they felt good wearing them clothes. Right. I don't know if y'all seen Keisha Cole, which I have probably, but I saw old music videos of Keisha Cole, and probably a better example of this is Nelly. And they still got this, I'm going to wear this stuff like I want to wear it. Right. And I have no problem with black men growing their hair out, wearing hair braids. Like y'all know I don't have a problem with that. It's just the way you maintain it. It's the way you, like when you see Florida black people with the wicks, them thick, ridiculous wicks, they look like buckwheat. No, I don't have time for that. You already know what time it is. When you're doing neck tattoos, you already know you are putting yourself in a layer of society. And I remember this guy saying, I get neck tattoos because I'm never going to worry about having a job again. There's one brother I know right now, he can't say it online, but he got a neck tattoo. He's like, every day I think about getting this thing off. And I remember we were talking to him about like, why are you doing this? This was in 2018. We're like, why are you getting a neck tattoo on? I'm never going back to work again. Now he's 8 years, years later, he's like, yeah, I wish I could get rid of this. But people don't want to hear that. They about to have men box braids before long. I can't. I can't. I hate a big man with braids, well-maintained locks on. Arrested and bizarre. It's bizarre. And these are the same people who want to be paid. Like I'm talking about $150,000 a year, a job. I'm not going to work a job unless they pay me huge money. And when I hear it, I'm like, but look how you dress. We can't even convince you to put, again, this is them on date night. This is them just going all around about in the city, button up from work, the teddy bear sweater from Polo, and a pair of slacks. This isn't complicated. This isn't difficult. This isn't like extreme. Some of these places in New York, when they have dress codes, and again, the argument in some of the comments when the man was talking was like, well, it wasn't a formal dress code. You have to have grown adults tell you there's a time and a place to wear stuff. You have to have grown adults tell you not to wear sneakers. You have to have grown adults. I remember there was all these black people getting mad at this place in Atlanta. They went in there. They're like, other people are in what they say, in athletic leisure. But how do you look in athletic leisure? It's not about them. And this is part of why I live in Austin. There is a very relaxed culture here on clothing, so that when you do, when I was in the singles group at our church, it was like 200 of us. It was like at that night we had 50. It wasn't 200 of us, but the group is 200 usually. But it's like 50 of us were wearing suits and black dresses, and we're all just at this bar. And people are like, "Do y'all work for Congress?" Because again, this is the capital. I live in Austin, Texas, and we're laughing because they think we work for the Congress. And the bartender gave us a group drink discount. Oh, this is for Capitol workers. And I just started laughing because this is the point when people are literally like, y'all are dressed up at a place. You must be workers. You must be from the Capitol. It's crazy how bad people are dressing. When I go to Dallas, I'll dress up a little bit more. When I go speak on stage, I put on slacks. I put on a button if I got to. Like, this is a very simple conversation, but I can see this is where people are struggling. People want to die on the hill of I want to wear what I want. That's what it is. Where are the fathers at? My dad and friends never allowed me to go on public like a bum as a kid and teen. Man, I see parents right now with kids following behind them in pajamas. Oh, you can't get the kids to do what you want. Yeah, they can. If they're going out the house with me, they're going to put on clothes. They're going to put on clothes. Guys, more and more concerned about the beautification. Weird, pretty boy gangster it. Women wear slides every day. Man, if I'm telling you, when I see that, I'll be like, so here's my argument about slides. And I get people want their feet to be comfortable because it's hot outside. If somebody starts chasing you, a dog, a kid, a person, or anything, you have no kind of like, traction. Let me get out of here. Let me run for my life. You have none of that. You have none of that. I don't know what y'all doing. Yeah, and I get it. People don't want to wear. Who's these women you seeing with Crocs on every day? Yeah, it's really, and again, people, they're getting profile. I remember I went somewhere and this young lady was talking to me like I was in my 20s. And I just looked at her like, who are you talking to? I'm not your sister. I'm not your friend. Don't talk to me like that. You know what I mean? I just looked at her crazy. I'm like, you didn't talk to that older white woman like that. Don't talk to me like that. And I had on slacks and a casual look. Like, I went to the DMV. This is the funniest part. I went to DMV and I had just did a podcast and I had on slacks. Y'all seen me in that before. Checker, black and white slacks and a black shirt. I had my bag with me and I came to the counter and she's like, oh, are you going to be able to get out of work on Friday to come back up to the DMV? And I'm like, oh, yes, ma'am. I'll be able to get out of work. It ain't nobody's business what I do for work. But when I was at the DMV, half of them people's in there look like they had on dirty shirts, stained clothes. I'm like, you get ready to take a photo. Hair looking crazy. One boy had on slides, he had different colored socks on. I'm like, is this what we doing out here? And these were grown people. These weren't just like 16-year-olds. These are grown adults at a DMV dressed like that. I was laughing because an Asian family came in and an Indian family came in and they all had on like business casual. And I'm like, yeah, because they're going to take a photo. And it's going to be on their driver's license for the next 10 years. What are you doing? Man. Whenever you say that, though, Erica will say responsibility politics. And this is a problem. This is a problem. Again, they'd be like, Martin Luther King had on button-ups and slacks and they were beating him up. Y'all, we're not walking in Alabama on a bridge. We're not. We're going in everyday life. And it's not too much to ask you to put on clothes. This is the craziest thing to me. I just did not know putting on clothes again, this is New Year's Eve. This is New Year's Eve. This is normal. If you're going to a place, they were going to a place in New York, you had to have reservations, you had to pay to get into the event. This is normal. No FUBU, no do-rags, no slack. Look, this is normal. This is New Year's Eve. I know no one's told y'all. This is normal. This is normal, okay? I hope you understand. And people that are coming in late, they may say, Erica, what are you talking about? Where are you going? Let me show you one more time, just for the sake of the argument. Let me show you one more time, because some people are new and they're like, what is Erica fussing about? What is she fussing about? And I'm gonna show you a town that I'm gonna go visit, and I'm gonna say I'm gonna dress like the people in the town. Why? Just because I'm a tourist don't mean I come in there dressing crazy. I'm gonna show it one more time just because I got to, and then I'm gonna keep it pushing.
She was having a work get together, predominantly white. As we're getting dressed, she goes, "Would you mind wearing a long sleeve shirt so that way your tattoos are not showing when we go to this?"
I know that pissed you
event.
off.
And she was worried about how I would look to them so that she wouldn't be embarrassed by me. So I was like, I'm wearing whatever the hell I want to wear to this event.
Yeah.
I'm not going to let their perception of me govern how I'm going to walk out the house.
Right.
Big facts.
She may care about those people. I don't know them from nowhere. I don't care about them at all. What I'm going to present when I come into this room is myself. I'm not coming in thinking or feeling like I need to be something different in order to operate in this room.
Okay.
And that is the argument that I'm trying to make. A lot of people are changing who they are, their behaviors, and their complete lifestyle to be and operate in a room.
Right.
You thought that wearing a sleeve shirt was a change of your whole lifestyle. No, you are still there. Your presence is there under those sleeves. And for a moment, you're making a modification. You're not changing your whole lifestyle to be in that room. You're just making a modification.
But the modification that's being made is not it impacts me in a way that's attempting to make someone else feel comfortable. And we don't even know if they're uncomfortable. You're trying to anticipate someone else's comfort and want me to fall into alignment with what you want to do. That is totally different.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. You're not here for the people that are in the room, right?
No matter what room I come in, I'm not coming in this room with the thought of I'm trying to make you feel comfortable.
Do you come in the room to make your wife feel comfortable though? Does that matter to you?
What?
You're coming in the room not for these people, but you are coming in the room for this woman who is on your side.
But is she on his side if she asks him to switch up?
To switch up to meet the needs of that group. You're supposed to be on my side. You, my wife, if there's an event and those people probably wouldn't like how I present and they would be uncomfortable about how I look, then you shouldn't want to go over there with them. You're supposed to be on my side. She was having a work get together, predominantly white, as we're getting dressed.
That I just had to show, because somebody gonna say, Erica, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Like that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. That's pride, man. I'm gonna try to see all men wearing Crocs and slippers, sagging pants, nasty matted hair, the mall, the grocery store, everywhere. I hate to see it. It's such a turn off. Yeah. It's getting wild out here. I went to a winery event and I didn't know how to dress. I just didn't for that particular event. I didn't realize it was a little bit more dressy. So when I was there, I felt out of place. So I told my friends, I'm gonna leave. They're like, why are you leaving, Erica? I'm like, because this is a little bit more dressy. And even when I interact with people, I was like, oh, I'm underdressed. Exit stage left. And so my significant other was like, why do you always carry like a certain, there's a certain shirt and slack I carry in the car all the time. I rotate it out, but because it's hot in Texas. But it's like, why you carry that? I'm like, because sometimes events require a little linen in a shirt. You know what I mean? A little linen pants shirt combo. You might have to switch your wardrobe. I don't care what them people think. Then you can't go. You can't go with me. Then you can't go with me. Nah, he was talking to the other podcaster, but that's their friend. So they're just trying to say that. No, again, y'all, everybody keeps saying this same thing. Like she knew who she married. And I hear y'all. I want to agree. The person in me wants to agree. But this is what I'm telling y'all. These people get married at 25, 26, 27. Now we're 35 and you're putting on adult clothes because you got adult jobs and you got kids. And this man's still acting like 25. That's real life, y'all. I've been on the phone calls with men who are in their professional careers, married a Keisha. Now he dressed up, his LinkedIn looked great. I done seen his LinkedIn and he realizing he can't take her places. This happens on both sides, y'all. People will marry people and date people when they're younger and they don't grow. Like, I really want to understand, like, I've been on the phone with black men who, like, I switched careers, I'm making more money, A, B, and C. And I go, there's an issue here. I want to invest in real estate, but somehow the conversation tips into, look how my wife dresses. My wife's still CNA. My wife still dresses like this. And I go look at their Facebook and I be like, oh, I see what you're saying, brother. Like, it's on both sides. But there is a spirit of, like, disobedience, arrogance, stubbornness that his ego, it ain't even about them people. It's about him. How he would want to walk in a room and feel. I'm telling y'all. You don't show up to the tennis court in golf clothes. They are interchangeable, but they're different. You don't have as much flexibility, right? You don't have as much flexibility. You don't bring a tennis racket to the football field, right? There, it's a time and a place for everything. And I just want to make sure I'm not crazy as I watch this. Like, no, brother, there's a time and place for everything. And this is really the struggle when people talk about profiling and they not giving people a chance and they won't give black people a chance, they won't give a brother a chance. It again, if you have the certain type of skills, you can get in majority of rooms. If you have certain type of skills, you can get in majority of rooms. But if you don't have the skills, you will have to be flexible. Let me show you this brother online. This man has 50 million that he manages. And let me see if I can pull him up. This is Victor Bell. I'm not recommending him. I'm not telling y'all to go work with him. His channel's small, Bell Capital, but and he puts on button ups for his own videos. He puts on a coat and tie for his own videos. I want y'all to understand this is a grown man aesthetic. You know, yeah, he got a t-shirt on some of the videos, but he mostly has a black button up on for his videos. It's not that hard. But again, if you want to go, check out some of the stuff he's doing. He don't meet investors for this $50 million portfolio in Hawaii, even if it's Hawaii. Like he don't live in Hawaii, he live in Arizona, but he don't meet them in no daggone tops and sleeves. Like he literally puts on a button up. Again, you can check out this stuff on your own, y'all. This is part of his Hawaii profile. I just didn't want to make it be like showing you some random black man, but he's showing up to his videos. Who is going to be watching his videos and thinking, I want to invest in this man's $50 million portfolio in Hawaii as he picks up more properties? Who? Working professionals who are like, do I trust this random man on the internet to deploy $100,000, $50,000? Y'all think YouTube is just a goofy land. It's really not. The people I've met who own big tracts of land have come to this channel. Oh, Erica, I see you're knowledgeable on this. Blah, 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 blah. And I get on, I'm like, oh, wow, you found me on YouTube? Yeah. I know this is a platform of big money. I just know it is. And that's why I just sit there and tell y'all, like, y'all coming on here talking about women's and cutting up. It's like, good luck. When I lived in New York City and worked in corporate America, I saw so many of my coworkers get their career sidelined because how their spouses showed up to corporate events. It's the military too. The military bringing in big booty Keisha and she's shacking up and acting stupid at the military ball. Like people remember that stuff. Okay. If your girl asks you to do something, just do it. It's for her job. That's the whole part that just blew my mind. I'm like, for her job? You tripping for her job? He's concerned about his own wants and not his wife. It's crazy. I love you suited and booted. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not even a hard suggestion. He tripping. He been on that, and it's got him his wife, so he don't understand that part. That every room, I'm trying to be careful. Every room, like you can be you in the clothes you are in. Like, y'all, I have a big personality. If I come in the room, even if I don't have a cowboy hat on, this hair, some slacks, some cowboy boots, I walk in the room, I'm in that room. My personality's in there. Right? It's crazy. The trench coat. Let me tell you, the trench coat, when I went shopping, there is the lady who made my suit, the green suit, they have a trench coat where they shape it to your size and your metrics. And I was like, yes, I'll pay. Give it to me. I'll pay. Because I wanted to take it to London. I was like, yes, I'll pay. Because I just know there are certain signature pieces. I don't know if you ever seen black people with the black turtleneck, the gold chain, and the tan pea coat that's long, or trench coat. That's a classic look. Like any black man can put on the turtleneck, a thin gold chain, and a tan jacket or a tan pea coat, and then people are like, oh, yes, baby. You know what I mean? Like it ain't even it's not even a question. You see a man in that, you're like, okay, look at him. It is a classic piece. It's an old classic piece. It ain't even a new piece. Yeah. I ain't got my glasses on. Y'all give me a minute. That's so sad. I know. They don't. And the fact that his wife, co-workers, listen, if I'm gonna say this, as a Black lady, when you go somewhere, they are automatically asking you at work, oh, you have kids? No, I don't have any. Oh, I'm not married. That's what I used to say all the time. I'm not married, so I don't have kids. And they'd be like, oh, okay. Will you want to bring your significant other to the events? They're already giving you the stank face of like, Black woman must be single mom, must have kids. They already doing that. I was in my early 20s in corporate America and people were like, oh, you don't have kids? Interesting. Why are we talking about this? What this got to do with the charts? What this got to do with these empty units over here? They ain't got nothing to do with it. And so she just want to show she got a husband. That she ain't lying. That she ain't coming to work with a ring on lying. Okay? You know, that's easier said than done. When people get entangled, they got kids. You know, sometimes people don't want to act right. His wife gonna have to take it to the Lord. I mean, she probably been taking it to the Lord in prayer. She gonna do more than taking the Lord in prayer. She's gonna have to not take him to any event. I just really feel that way. Yeah. See, yeah, that's people's favorite word, respectability politics. He knows his wife work around other men that have more money than him. It's really ego. Ooh. My homegirl still covers her tattoos around family. Yep. It time and a place. It's a time. Wing tips and loafers are fly to me. Okay. Okay, I feel you. Stop it. The word conform is an insult to Black people. Is what's the word? Assimilation. Now, you know, coming from a Native background, our people like assimilation. What the word you using there, right? You can be yourself, and the more you have. So I'm gonna stop because I'm about to say something ugly. Erica, you have taught many things, but real estate was and is your foundation, and you always go back to, and I'm telling y'all what really got me back on my tip for real estate 100% this past year is meeting multimillionaires who are stock people. One from Philly, one from New York City, one from Connecticut, and they were all training under a real estate multimillionaire. They were all getting mentorship. So in your head, you're immediately like, well, they're in the stock market. They're over here off Wall Street. Like they must be getting trained by like a Wall Street person. No, their biggest person is a real estate person. That's why when I tell y'all the name of the book, you know what I mean? That's why I named it what I named it, because I'm like, all roads lead back to that. Like everybody I've met along the road, that's the foundation. That's what holds them. Let me show y'all this town. One of these towns I'm going to. And I'm gonna dress like the tourists because I'm out there chilling. Where is it at? Hold on, let me see. I got it. I'm gonna wrap this up. But part of what stops people in their career and from them even seeking other jobs, I truly believe it is the ideal that they will have to dress up, that they will have to change, and people can't take it. Oh, I'm gonna show y'all two things, but I'm gonna show you this one first. Look how many people dress in this town.
May, New Jersey, where you will find America's oldest beach resort. 2, Kennebunkport, Maine, really lovely town, but please skip the Clam Shack. 3, Portsmouth, New Hampshire, one of the oldest towns in America, dating back to 1623. 4, Bethany Beach, Delaware. Delaware beach towns in general are massively underrated. 5, Provincetown, Massachusetts, and make sure to find this very cute bookstore. 6, Camden, Maine is super, super nice, and while you're there, visit Rockland, which is only 10 miles away. 7, Sea Isle, Stone Harbor, and Avalon, New Jersey. All 3 of these towns are close by and very fun. 8, Boothbay Harbor, Maine, probably my favorite small town in Maine. Definitely do a boat tour here. And 9, the granddaddy of them all, Edgartown, Massachusetts, without a doubt my number one choice and possibly the cutest town in the entire world. 9.
Now I gotta go to Northeast anyway for some stuff, but I be telling people, look at what everybody else is wearing. They're wearing linen. They look like they out of a Abercrombie Fitch magazine, and you out here in long sweatpants and a long sleeve shirt. It's just time and place for stuff, y'all. It's just time and place. And it really just, it blows my mind that that's lost on people. That's this young man right here, a prime example. He got a lot of hate comments. Let me share it real quick, and then I'm gonna wrap this up. But because I just thought this was mind blowing today as far as behavior online. Oh no, I thought I had it. Oh, here it is. So this is the guy. All he does is day trips from New York City, but they're really cheap. They're like under $200. And he's like, y'all don't understand. I live in New York City. I will spend $200, $300 going out anyway. And so he's just responding respectfully to people's attitudes.
All the time. My flight here was $84. Okay, with tax in a bag, it's like, let's say that was $120. You don't have to be rich. You don't need $1 million to go on a trip. And if you follow me on here, you know that I just do day trips half the time. So I actually don't have a place to dry off. Like, this is sopping wet. I don't have a place to shower. Like, it's not lavish out here. Like, I'm really doing this on the cheap. I sat in the very back of the plane with 0 leg room, didn't even have a TV. I rarely travel in luxury because I want to show you that you don't need to be rich to travel, okay? Like, literally, for me to go to this beach right now costs me, let's say, $160 total, because $120 for the flight and then $40 for the Uber from the airport to this beach. And I'm just spending the day here because I have nothing else to do. And I have this whole beach to myself. And I know you've spent $160 on an online shopping spree, okay? I've been there too, but this is a real experience. And I love making these day trip videos because I know a lot of people work all the time and just have like that one day off. And I just want to show you that on that one day off, you can fly and have a little trip and not spend that much money and take advantage of the day. But yeah, I had to just come on here and say that because I just read 5 comments in a row saying, wow, trust fund, rich. Like, no. And I truly want you to get out there and travel too, okay? Have fun. I don't want to cancel myself right now, but I am tired of broke people commenting on my videos. Must be nice to be.
If y'all don't know who this is, which you probably wouldn't, you wouldn't even care about it. This is him, right? This is a traveler. Again, he does all these day trips from New York, very cheap. He would be looking a little musty in some of his videos. That's just what it is. And that's because he's doing these quick trips. But you're like, well, who is he? This is his grandma. I don't know if y'all seen this lady. He manages his grandma's page. He has 3.5 million followers. She's 95 years old. Now, she broke her leg, which is unfortunate because, you know, once you break your leg, like 75% of women pretty much die like a year after that. It's real crazy stat about bones and hips. When women break their legs, it's like, it's a weird stat. It's a weird hit. So long story short, they're making money on grandma off the internet, and he been managing that. And it's gone viral crazy since the pandemic. And so you think, you know, like, he's like, I don't have a ton of money. I manage my grandma's account. like he lives in New York off managing his grandma's Instagram account. And he already is like, I don't really like it. I used to live on the West Coast, but I said, let me live in New York before I get too old, right? And I want to be close to my grandma. Yeah, you know, but all it is he's 6'3" and he wears a button up. He wears a white button up and a slacks, and he gets to wherever he wants in the airport, in and out real quick. It's a very big thing. Yeah, his grandma's hilarious. And so I just think people get really kind of like, I don't even know what the word is. People get real bent out of shape over slight requests. And if you want to live in a society, like, there's so many people I can show y'all online, like, who make big money, but people won't listen to them because they don't look a certain way. Let me show you Leon real quick. I'm gonna show y'all this person. I'm gonna keep it moving. There's a man who subdivided like 1,000 acres. I would love to bring him on the show too, but it might not happen. It just might not happen. All right, here's Leon. Okay, this dude does drop shipping. Now you're gonna say, oh, Erica, not drop shipping. I just want y'all to understand, like, he did $8 million. And again, he's like, I'm not 20, but I became a millionaire. And this is some of the stuff I did. And I just think y'all
audiences that will actually,
when people actually give legit advice, legit business advice, and you actually know what they're saying is true, that's the craziest part. It's the craziest part. Like, Everything his brother is saying is true. But because he doesn't do a bunch of flashy, he travels, but he doesn't do a bunch of flashy, he will not get people's attention. He will not get people's attention. And he's done millions. And that's unfortunately where we are on the social media platform. But again, talk to who you talk to. But if you guys see me, you see how I'm dressing on some of these podcasts, you can be like, okay, why is she dressing like that? Why is she going over there like that? Because that's how those areas require it, right? There's a Texas podcast I'm supposed to do in Dallas and Fort Worth, and the guys wear golf shirts. What is Erica going to wear when she go there? A golf shirt. Like, I'm just you just kind of go with the flow of why I'm these guys are known for doing the podcast in golf shirts. Why I'm going to come in there and be like, I'm going to wear a golf shirt. I'm going to keep it simple. Okay. So that's all I have for y'all today. This ain't a long video, but I just want you to understand, Kevin Samuels was right. Some of y'all you got to grow up. You got to put on clothes. I made a post about the DMV, and Aaron Clear is like, this ain't 1962. It isn't 1962. And I don't want to be an old boomer about things, but we can at least put some clothes on. The bar is in hell right now. If you put, I just saw Diamond Dave change his picture. He's got a button up, a top. Man, you don't even know how many people are going to be like, let me look at this now. Because he has a title. I kid you not. It is a promotional marketing thing. And also pay attention how Stephen A. Smith dresses, the more he leans into that character of angry black man. And there is a leaked video, I don't know if y'all saw it, where the guy that works at ESPN is a black guy. He's like, oh yeah, he's playing a character. Angry black guy. People love it. He was on Fox News the other day. I don't even know why he was over there. He don't know what he's talking about. And I started laughing because I'm like, even black people at ESPN know, that's a character. And some of y'all are out here trying to be characters instead of really pay attention. Is this how people really dress or talk? No, you shouldn't be 40 years old dressing like Jim Jones. He's a character. He's putting on a character. So that's what I got for y'all. If you really want to go, you want to wear character outfits every day of your life like you live in Japan, I love that for y'all. I want that for y'all. But you know how you have that? You have money. You have investments. You have systems that put money in your pocket. You don't have to worry about your employer being mad with you because you want to dress like a character. If you think I'm joking, drive by Amazon warehouse. God, this sounds disrespectful. Drive by Amazon warehouse and see when they shift change. I was like, Amazon gonna make y'all put on a dress code. This is crazy. I'm talking about holes in jeans. I'm talking about 2000s FUBU looking shirts. I'm talking about, it was all over the place. And I was like, y'all want to argue about them paying y'all more Amazon? Look how y'all dressing in there. Erica, it's hard work. They live lifting boxes. Then okay, then have on work clothes. Don't have on skinny jeans and a big shirt. What's going on? It's crazy out here. So anyways, this is your girl, Erica from the Contextual blog. I think I've ranted enough about this, but you guys have a wonderful day. I just thought this was very interesting. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you, Omega Curry, for supporting the channel. We really appreciate it. And they're the sponsor of today. But we also want to thank, I don't want to mess your name up. Come on. Thank you for the $2 super chat. And thank you, Raygun34, kicking it off. We appreciate all the donations and everything else to the channel. Thank you guys so much for being in here. You guys have a great day.
This is David W. Williams, and I'm giving a testimony to Erica Williams and her team. Because of the advertising relationship that we were able to develop, my company had the best month in the month of November for the whole year of 2024. And I'm talking about our sales were 3 or 4 times any other month during that particular year. And I know it's because of the relationship that I had with Erica and how she worked with me as an advertising partner. So now here's the benefit of working with her and her team. She's going to communicate to you what you're going to get as a result of working with her. She's going to over deliver on her value that she's providing, right? And she's not going to do a one-off deal. She's going to really invest in your success because she's really invested in making sure that you're going to get a success story from working with her as an advertising partner. So if you're looking to drive more sales, you're looking to bring in more leads, and you're also looking to get more exposure to what you're doing, you want to reach out to Erica and ask her, can I advertise with you?